Good afternoon, all. I'm actually early today, 1 o'clock bang on the button. Just a snippet preview of the big game, obviously tomorrow, Liverpool against Cardiff City, FA Cup fifth round, as a fourth round, I should say. Getting ahead of myself already. I'm that confident. So far the results are Plymouth are winning, beating Chelsea 1-0 at Stamford Bridge, and in Kidderminster beating West Ham. What a shock it would be if Chelsea went out today. They're going full strength. I don't think they'll go out. I think they'll win convincingly enough. Shout out to Alan C, who says first and gives an Irish sign up there. Big shout out to you, Alan. Look, Liverpool have a good record, don't we, against Cardiff? Not so good in the FA Cup in the last couple of seasons, but obviously this season we're taking it a little bit more serious with the League Cup. It's been an unbelievable January for us. Into a League Cup final, which we play at the end of this month. It's in many ways it's been probably the perfect January, bar probably where you're 2-0 up early in January away at Chelsea. You expect them to go on and win, see the game out. It was a disappointing draw on the Emperors, but apart from, you'd say, that result, the rest were really good. And it was a month where losing Salah, Mane, Naby Keita, everyone predicted that we would struggle and things wouldn't go well for us, but it went really well, and we've done ever so well in January, and now it's on to another month. We're only back off a winter break. Some have had an international break. We know the AFCON final, by the way, is on tomorrow. I'm sure everybody knows that. It's Senegal, who Mane plays for, and Egypt, who Salah plays for, in the final. It's kicking off at 7 o'clock, so we'll definitely watch that. I haven't watched a lot of the African Cup of Nations, I'm going to be honest, but I will certainly watch the final. And looking at it, I don't know a lot about the two teams, but it does look like Senegal are going to be slight favourites in it. But you never know, because I would have thought Cameroon would have beaten Egypt on, I think it was Thursday night. So you never know. You know what I mean? It's a once-off. It's in a final. And speaking of finals, obviously, we're at Anfield South in Wembley at the end of this month against Chelsea. Huge game that's going to be. And look, we want to get many more trips to Anfield South, and hopefully tomorrow beating Cardiff can be another progressive path to there, but in the FA Cup. Look, Cardiff City, they've conceded a lot of goals this season. They're 20th in the Championship. They have won their last two games, and they got really good results. So they're a little bit of breathing space above the relegation zone, but they're struggling this season. They lost Kiefer Moore, I think it is, that the Welsh striker that they have. I think he's just 29 or 30. He's at the peak of his career now. He was the top goal scorer. I think he's 6 or 7 goals this season. He's gone to Bournemouth for a £3.5 million fee. He just went there before deadline in January. And obviously, we've brought in Luis Diaz, who's been a huge signing for us. But Cardiff City, like, it's hard to know what you're going to get out of them. I mean, is their ambitions now this season going to be to be comfortable and stay in the Championship? And, are they going to take this cup as serious as what, some of their fans would like to feel? It's hard to know. But I do think tomorrow, from Liverpool's point of view, we will go with a mixture of youth and experience. I do expect probably 6 or 7 of the main lads to be out and involved tomorrow and starting, because we haven't played in a while. We haven't played is it 2 weeks since we beat Palace 3-1? Yeah, great result that was when we went to Selhurst Park. So I'm hoping that tomorrow's game we will see some of the lads. Definitely, we know Nico Williams won't be involved because he got the move to Bournemouth, or to Fulham. Sorry, Nat Phillips went to Bournemouth on the deadline day. So we'll wait and see what happens. But I look, could be Milner playing in at right full. We might just go with the tried and trusted in Trent. Could be Gomez, we know, can go in there as well. So we'll wait and see. We know that young Bradley as well can play there. Shout out to KVJ. How we doing, buddy? I'm good, bud. I hope you are too. Great to be back now to some competitive action. I know it's not a Premier League weekend this weekend, but it is FA Cup. It's fifth round, a fourth round, I should say. I'm still getting ahead of myself. That's twice I've said that, the fifth round. I'm very confident we go through tomorrow, but we'll wait and see what happens. But I'm looking forward to that. It is Liverpool back. We're going into a big month now. Like, I mean, it might have been 2001 the last time we were in all 4 competitions in February, and we brought in a big sign in January. I'm not sure. It might have been then. I've asked that question, but no one seemed to answer it yet. It's a good question though. Kev O'Sullivan, big shout out. Everybody go over to the LFC Day Trip or subscribe to that channel. I'm sure most of you on this have. Kev is a regular on there and doing great stuff, very knowledgeable, one of the most knowledgeable lads on the YouTube scene at the moment. They're a big physical side and a threat from set pieces, but we should have more than enough. And take it for granted, asking United fans. That's it, Kev. Yeah, I mean, it was shocking last night. United are 1-0 up, they miss a penalty. Middlesbrough come back into it with a goal, very controversial goal. And then look, penalties, we've had it before against Middlesbrough. I remember years ago that Brendan Rodgers, I think it was 13-12 or something, when we went to penalties, we just about beat them. But penalties is a lottery, but to see United go out with the expectations they had, the big transfer market that they had in the summer, with the return of Ronaldo, who a lot had praised as the best player in world football, and we know, look, it was Messi, don't we? We all know that. It was just great to see that United have gone out. It's another cup they're out of, and we know they're not going to win the Champions League or the Premier League. And obviously, at best now in the Premier League, they can get a sport. But everybody go over, subscribe to the LFC Day Trippers, and Kev is on there as a regular. But yeah, Kev, they are the physical side. Not a lot of goals in them. They've conceded 48 goals this season. The Championship, we've conceded 19 goals now. I think they played 28 games. We played, is it 22 or 23 games? So, but look, defensively, we're a lot better than them. They're appalling defensively, Cardiff, and we score loads and loads of goals. I mean, we're scoring goals for fun this season, and bringing in Diaz in this window is just going to add fuel to already that sizzling fire that we have. Stephen Somerville, Irish Rugby, go over, lads. Everybody subscribe to Stephen's channel as well. Stephen does be a regular on Ryan LFC Dominations channel as well. But he also has his own going here, as you can see, Stephen Somerville, Irish Rugby. Well done, Daz. You're well. Let's all hope Diaz can get some sort of an appearance tomorrow. Yeah, I don't think he'll be in the squad. I think he might be unveiled to the fans. It'll be AM tomorrow, because the game obviously kicks off at 12, an early kick-off at Anfield. But we'll see. I'm not so sure whether he's going to be in the squad. I think we will see him, though, in the squad for Thursday's game against Leicester. That's at Anfield as well. But big shout out and thanks for dropping in a comment, Stephen. Big up Kev, it's KVJ. Hammers losing 2. Yes, I seen that just as I come up here to do this live video. I seen we're losing 1-0 to Kidderminster and Chelsea. So let's see what happens. I don't know whether, like, you know, that the both of them will go out today. I think Chelsea, look, for me, I'll say it now, I'm on this live. Just before the half time, I think Chelsea will go through today against Plymouth. They're at home, full strength. Surely they have to. But it's the magic of the FA Cup, as we seen last night. Stephen Somerville, I surprised my dad this week with tickets to Anfield for the United game in a month. Huge bucket list moment to experience, and I can't wait. Absolutely, Stephen. That's going to be an unbelievable game. I mean, if there's a game as a Liverpool fan you want to go to, it's obviously at Anfield, and it's the Liverpool United, isn't it, really? Over the years, they all haven't been great games at Anfield, particularly. We've had a lot of draws against them. We've obviously had a couple of big wins when Shaqiri gets the goal and sacks Mourinho. And then they bring in Ollie. Ollie at the wheel didn't go too well either. But obviously this season was a great result, 5-0 at Old Trafford against United. Biggest, probably best ever result I've seen in the Premier League history for Liverpool. And obviously against United, it makes it much more sweeter. So enjoy that, Stephen. I'm sure that'll be a great trip, and hopefully another win for Liverpool. Might not be another 5-0, but it's just always great to beat United in any circumstances or any fashion, you know. But touching on to tomorrow, I don't think Diaz will be. It's talk of he won't be in the squad tomorrow. But look, it doesn't matter. We're going to have a couple of our regulars out, you know. Tomorrow we might see Trent, Robbo, Virgil, Matip, Konate, Firmino, Jota. I'm sure we'll probably see it. I think Oxlade-Chamberlain should get a start tomorrow. I think he's done well of late. You know, he scored in goals, he's getting assists, and he's being good for us. Let's be honest, he has. So a game against Cardiff at home, FA Cup, I do think Ox is definitely worthy of a start. But it's great now going into this. This is like, you know, where you're coming to the latter stages of the season. You're into February now. It's going to be our first game. It's an FA Cup game. We know we've the Anfield South game, the Carabao Cup final at the end of February. But we've games in March, April, May. Then we're into the knockout stage of Champions League, where we play Inter Milan in a couple of weeks, and I think we'll progress to the fifth round of the FA Cup. That we still have the league, by the way, as well, which is on with that game coming up very soon against Leeds at home. I think it's just before. I think we've Norwich at home, and then we've Chelsea at Wembley. It's after the Chelsea game. I think it's the start of March, where we play Leeds in the rescheduled game at home. So if we can win our games in hand, if we can just be ourselves and worry on ourselves and focus and concentrate on ourselves and get the results that we need, you know, hopefully City, like the last game away at Southampton, you know, that they slipped up, they dropped 2 points. Let's hope, you know, something can come out for us. And then all of a sudden, when we have the same amount of games played as City, we're not too far behind them. And I think if we can do that, certainly we can give a good challenge for this league title. I still think City are massive favourites and probably will win it. But look, is all we have to keep doing is what we can do best and keep plucking away and just getting the best results we can get. Kev O'Sullivan has a comment in AFCON tomorrow night to finish the weekend off. Yeah, Kev, I was just saying that. I don't know whether you were on a few minutes ago, before you dropped in the first comment that it's. I haven't watched a lot of the AFCON. I'm going to be honest with you. I did see Cameroon, Egypt, John. I didn't think it was a great game, but I thought expected looking at the both teams on paper that Cameroon would have won it. But it was a huge result for the Egypt, and it meant so much to Egypt and obviously to Salah. It's great to see the two Liverpool lads, Mane and Salah, now in the final. I do think Senegal will be slight favourites, but you never know. It's a once-off, the cup final. And best of luck to the boat lads. The most important thing is obviously one of them is going to win this. They come back, both are humble in defeat and obviously in victory. And they come back fit and forward. And I'm not so sure whether they will play a part in Thursday's game. They might be in the squad, I'd imagine, against Leicester. But I think the idea is get the lads back, keep them well rested, focused for the latter stages of this season. And hopefully, we will see, I'm sure, definitely them playing away at Burnley next Sunday. I think that's a 2 o'clock, an early kickoff. But Thursday night, look, I think tomorrow we're not obviously going to see them at the AFCON. I think we will see Naby Keita and on Thursday. But we know them in the past, Kev, don't rush these lads back, give them that bit of time and space and get them back when the time is right. Because, look, it's taking a lot out of them. Like I was saying, Salah has played 300 and I think it's 64 minutes or something in a week, mad stuff. So then the travel and all that, it's going to take a lot out of them. So, look, they probably will. Both could probably start at home to Leicester on Thursday night. But I do think let's be careful with them and get them back. Because at the moment, it's great. We're coming back. We've Elia back. We've Thiago back. We've Keita back. We're going to soon have Mane and Salah back. And on top of that, we have Diaz in. Things are looking good for us now on the injury front at the moment. Let's try and keep it that way consistently. And then I think, we can challenge for everything we're in. We've 7 games in the next 22. Kev says all big games, so rest squad will be needed. Absolutely, Kev. Yeah, it will be. But Senegal are a good watch. Yeah, I've seen bits of them. I have, and they're a very good watch, very creative, good on the eye. But look, in a once-off Egypt, I'm sure this will mean everything to them, like it will to Senegal. But you fancy Senegal tomorrow night. I agree with you on the Leicester game, both on the bench. I'd say, yeah, I hope so. I do, because with Diaz, I think he will. Will we start him? Will we bring him off the bench? It'll be something obviously we'll know more after tomorrow. But look, we've Jota there, don't we? We've Ox that can play up there, who is doing well for us, and Firmino. And I think look, January we got through a lot of games unscathed. We got some great results, and let's hope that the momentum's with us now. The confidence and belief we have there, you can see that the unity, that togetherness, that fight is all there. What Jurgen Klopp implements so much into Liverpool, we're doing at the moment. So hopefully we get a win against Cardiff tomorrow. I don't want one of these games where I'd happily take a 12 o'clock Anfield kickoff, a boring game, where we win 1-2-3-0. I don't want this where we're down 1-0 and we have to come back from behind and we have to bring on some of the big guns, But I do expect we will be strong enough tomorrow. But I expect you might see Gomez, you might see Bradley play, you might see Morton play. Some of these lads, I don't think we'll be full strength because, as you said, Kev, 7 games in 22 days. That's just 3 weeks in a day. It's a lot of games to be played, and it's a good time to be bringing back some of the lads, like of Elliott and Thiago, because in midfield we were getting really, really short, and we were using Milner a lot, and none of us wanted to see. I don't think that midfield again, Fabinho, Henderson, and Milner, because they're all so very like players. But bringing Elliott into the mix now, Naby Keita and Thiago, it's going to be excellent for us. It gives us more options. So let's wait and see what happens. Look, as I said, Cardiff, we'll touch on Cardiff again. The last time we played them, I think Neil Warnock was manager. We were challenged with the title of a season where we didn't win it. We got the 97 points. We beat them 4-1 that season at Anfield. I was lucky enough to be at that game, and we beat them 2-0 away in Cardiff. We've a good record against them over the years. We've beaten them. I remember the 6-3 game. I think Sturridge, Sterling and Suarez scores, and we beat them 6-3. The year where we were going for the title, we lost in the end, but I think it was 2 points behind City, where it was the 13-14 season. So we've a good record against Cardiff. Cardiff coming to Anfield tomorrow. Look, the magic of the FA Cup, they'll look at Middlesbrough, they're knocking United out at Old Trafford. They'll come and try and frustrate Liverpool. They'll try and make us think more, try and be really in our faces and try and make us give everything. That'll be the idea for Cardiff tomorrow. And look, they'll just ride their luck, and hopefully they'll be hoping, I should say, that they can get something it's the longer the game goes on that they're still in the game, and that's what they'll come to Anfield tomorrow to do. No matter what's going on in the league, from all the goals that they've conceded, as I said, I think they played 28 games or 27 league games, conceded 48 goals. That's a hell of a lot of goals, you know what I mean, compared to our 22 games and we've only conceded 19. So all that will go out the window tomorrow. It is the cup, it's the magic of the FA Cup. It's the 150th year of the FA Cup. So Cardiff will, have some optimism coming to Anfield tomorrow. But I'm going to go for us to win 3-0 tomorrow. I think, look, tomorrow, first game back after a winter break. It's cannot always be, as we've seen in the past under Jurgen Klopp, always be the best thing, because we love that fluidity of games. We love that rhythm, as Jurgen Klopp so much mentions, and that consistency of just having game after game, and that intensity. That's what we thrive on. So let's wait and see what happens tomorrow. But there's no reason why we don't go out tomorrow, are the better team. And look, tomorrow is not about performances and who stands out. Tomorrow is just about getting through into the next round of the FA Cup. Obviously, try and not have any injuries. We don't want that only coming back into February and having a load of players back, and move on to Leicester then, which is going to be a huge home game on Thursday night. A game where you'd fancy us to win. It's going to be a huge week, because we do. I see in our fixtures we do play, isn't it, Leicester? We play Burnley, and then it's Inter Milan. I think then Inter away. So all big games coming up, and different competitions: FA Cup, Premier League, Champions League, and then I go again to the end of this month where it's Chelsea at home. Well, not at home, sorry, at Anfield South, for the big League Cup final. Is there any result in the other games now going in? With West Ham at half time and Chelsea, are they still 1-0 to Plymouth and to Kidderminster? Can anyone throw in the comments there? But I don't know if Kevin that's still on there. But look, today was just a snippet preview really of tomorrow's game. I'm gonna go for Liverpool to win 3-0. Let me know in the comments what score you are gonna go for. Remember to like this video and to share this video on all social media platforms or whatever. There's a comment coming in there. I agree with you. Leicester half time, Kitty 1 up, Chelsea level. Aspiso Asapicueta, the Spanish fullback, has got Chelsea back in it. Yeah, I said that, Kev. I think Chelsea will have more than enough to win this game. But if they went in 1-0 down at half time, it would have been a very interesting second half. But I expect Chelsea to go on now, certainly beat Plymouth in the second half. The fact that they're at almost full strength today, you would expect it. But Chelsea have been very disappointing for me since the end of November, I would say, up until now. They've drawn a lot of games, conceding goals. They just haven't been themselves. And hopefully that form can continue going into this final. And we know a final, huge game, a once-off. We know the experience, the know-how of Chelsea in cup finals. Even them going to Wembley, they've been there a lot more than us in the last couple of seasons. They're going to be well up for this. But hopefully that form can continue, because for us to win a cup, and hopefully by the time that cup, if we do win the Carabao Cup, we're still in the other three, with a chance in the league, Champions League and FA Cup. That'd be absolutely extraordinary. But remember, everybody, like this video, comment on it, share it, and I will be back on before Leicester on Thursday with a preview. I'll get someone else on. I'll even see if Kev's available to come on. We'll do a preview of the Leicester game, because that, to be fair, that's going to be a huge game, but this game tomorrow is equally as important. We can get into the last 16 of the FA Cup, into the fifth round, if we get by Cardiff. And I think the draw as well is just before the kick-off tomorrow. It might be it's just after 11 o'clock tomorrow, because we kick off early against Cardiff. So going into that game tomorrow, we will know who our possible opponent is in the fifth round. I'm hoping it's going to be another home draw, and I'm hoping the draw again is good to us, because it has been good to us so far in this FA Cup, getting Shrewsbury at home and Cardiff at home. But it is work to do tomorrow. The Reds return, football is back, and obviously the AFCON on tomorrow. As Kev said, we'll finish off a great weekend, hopefully. I will be back on Thursday with a preview. Until then, all of you have a great day. Enjoy the rest of the weekend and take care.